Good morning. Happy Friday. We're getting close, right? We're really counting down to the end of the year here. I was looking at the calendar, and I guess we're not going to have class on the solstice because that's Sunday, I think. Is it? Yeah, the 20th. I think it's the 20th this time. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that today. And then yeah, I mean, good morning, Doris. So a lot of times with the solstice, it's traditional to do sort of these 108 sun salutations, which is a lot, right? I don't think we're going to do that. But the idea is to honor the sun and the movement of the sun and how important that is to us, right? I mean, the sun is the beginning and the end, right? I mean, the moon is important too, right? The moon's controlling tides and things like that. But the two of them, and the sun in particular, without it, we really would be in trouble, right? Nothing would grow, and it would be cold and not good. So appreciation for the sun and what it gives us, and the movement, how it goes around, so we are we are different parts of the world are getting the sun at different times, everything just as it should be. It's pretty remarkable stuff, right? And I can only imagine to past ancestors what it must have been like for people who had very a much less specific and scientific grasp of what was going on. It must have seemed really quite magical. It's pretty magical now if you think about it. So it will be the shortest day of the year, and then beginning to be longer. And as much as we don't really pay that much attention to this, right? I mean, I always thought it was kind of weird that, this is the first day of winter, right? Winter really begins. Surely it feels like winter begins earlier than this. Of course, maybe not this year. This year has been maybe the best the best example of that we seriously had some very fall-like weather, even some, well, not really summer, but definitely fall weather going well into December. But it is, for me, it makes me think of spring, right? The beginning of the days getting a little bit longer. And it's that way for other creatures as well. So even we control our environment in a way that animals and plants and things really don't. So, we can have our artificial lighting and our artificial heat and all of these things. So the seasons don't make as much of a difference to us. We note them, we see what's going on, but they don't really impact us as deeply as they might if we didn't have these sort of conveniences that we do have. But what for me is remarkable is that my chickens are, they are so in tune to what's going on. As soon as it starts getting darker earlier, they stop laying. And it isn't even the cold temperatures that do it, it's the light. Um, because as soon as the solstice has passed, very shortly thereafter, they usually begin laying again, um, which is remarkable to me that they they know. So usually somewhere around Christmas or a little later than that, but somewhere near the end of December, beginning of January, I'll start getting an egg again. And usually it's only one or two of the girls. It's not all of them jumping in, but um, I think it's very interesting how important this is um, to animals and plants, things living in the natural world. Um, Whereas to us, um, it's not even much of a thing. In fact, a lot of people just forget that it even is happening. So, and I mean, we can, right? We have the luxury of not even noticing these things. Um, but maybe this year, take notice. Start to see how the days begin to get a little longer. We have a little more sun, little by little, and moving on towards the spring and the summer, and enjoy that. Um, so, the solstice. There you go. Um, I don't really, a lot of cultures have celebrations for the solstice, and it certainly is. If you wanted to do something like that, lighting a candle or doing something to celebrate the light um, is a great thing to do. Just being aware, right, and being aware and being grateful for what we have is lovely. Um, I'm not gonna, we're gonna do a sun salutation or two, but we're not gonna do 108. I did that one year. It was very difficult, and I certainly did not do all of them. It's even for someone who is super fit, and I was not. I mean, I would not characterize myself as super fit even now. Um, but back then, I really wasn't, and um, even for people who were very, very strong and very fit, it was very difficult. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. I think it's more of an offering, right? And yoga can be used like that. We can definitely use yoga as dedication to something or to someone. We can offer up our efforts in respect or aid of someone or something. But um, again, you want to be careful with this. And I think sometimes when we do things like set these goals like 108 sun salutations and whatnot, it becomes more about, um, uh, it can be, we can go too far. We're pushing the body to a point where um, it's not healthy or helpful. Certainly, if you take a break and you don't do all of them, that's great. But most people won't do that. Most people are going to push themselves way beyond where they need to be in thinking that they're not doing their part, right? But remember, just being there, just showing up on your mat, that is doing your part. So whatever you feel inclined to do is appropriate. Um, Unless you feel inclined to work way too hard and hurt yourself, and then you better stop. And you laugh, right? And I laugh, but it's not funny. People do that. There are people who um, really feel like unless they're hurting, unless uh, they're in pain that day or the day after, that they didn't really work hard. And I would uh, I would definitely take exception to that. Um, One thing we talk about a lot in yoga is this idea of um, directed effort in a sustained manner, right? So better that we do a bit every day or every other day rather than so much that then we need to recover, right, for 3 days or whatever, a week, and then we get back to it and do the same thing right over again. So keep your practice manageable, keep it consistent. Um, that's really the key, right? Because what we do is what we keep in mind. And if we relegate yoga to a once a week thing or once every couple weeks or whatever, it does not become a part of our life. It's just a thing that we sometimes do. Um, and we really want yoga to be something that we are living on a daily basis. Even if it's not always asana, it's always there. It's something that we are working towards. Okay, some asana. Sitting up, tall, steady breath. See how you're feeling today. Hopefully, you're feeling good. If you aren't, if you're feeling a bit off or something is not right, then let's be careful. Let's move cautiously and beware, right? Take care of the places in your body that need care. Don't overdo and don't um, push it, right? But that being said, also don't be afraid to try. Um, I have issues with my shoulder frequently, and working on the porch and doing all of that caused me to have, a lot of issues with it. But I modify, right? So I'm doing what I can do, but I'm still using it, right? I don't want to. I don't want to stop. So you don't need to baby yourself, right? uh, you do need to give it a try, but gently and carefully. If you can move it, that's good, right? Maybe you can't lift it up here. Maybe, there's something you need to modify. Um, do it, but keep moving, keep things going. Um, don't don't stop. Stopping is getting started again is going to be harder than if you just keep going. So head hangs down and then move around, big circle. One way and then the other. And then coming back up. Lean forward and move around. One way and the other. Back up to your seat. Arms wide. Take a deep breath. And then we're exhaling, hands to center. See? It doesn't always feel great. Arms wide. And then exhale, hands to center. Inhale and exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Interlace the fingers. Lift the hands. We're gazing up. And then arms down by your side. Inhale, lifting up. And lower. Lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up. Let's bring the left hand down, reach across with the right. Back up, and then across with the left. Back to your seat. Lift the shoulders, roll back. And forward. Right hand on left knee, left arm behind, sit up tall, and take a twist. Back to center and switch. Back to center. Tabletop. Sitting back on the heels, arms extend out. Back up again. Moving through a few sets of cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. Back to just a neutral spine, and then back on the heels again. Maybe bring the arms a little wider, or the knees rather, a little wider. I guess the arms will be wider too. And moving back up. Tabletop to downward dog. Kind of walk it out if you feel like it. Walking the feet up. Here in a fold. Rising up slowly, standing tall. Breath in, breath out. Maybe lift the shoulders, roll them back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back with the right. Drop your knee, arms overhead. Hands to the mat, stepping back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And lower down. Inhale, lift, head and chest. Lower. Lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up and lower. Moving back up. Tabletop to downward dog. Take one more breath and then step right foot up. Drop a knee, arms overhead. Hands down to the mat. Step the back foot up and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, arms high. And back to mountain. Take a breath. Inhale, lift, arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back. Set your knee down, arms overhead. Hands to the mat, step back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up. And lower down. Tabletop to downward dog. Deep breath in, and then step the left foot up. Drop the knee, arms overhead, and then hands back to the mat. Step the back foot up and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift high. Back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back with the left. We're going to press down here to rise up. Warrior one. One more breath and then move to warrior two. Right arm extends, left arm behind. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, we're flipping that right hand, lift up. And then right arm coming down. You can rest it here, or you can extend the arm down. It's up to you. Pull that left shoulder back, left arm lifts. Back up. Warrior two. And then release the arms and straighten the knee. Turn the foot. Facing side of the mat. Hands at the waist. Take your deep breath. And then lean forward, hinging from the hips. And just lower down wherever you feel comfortable. So we've got all the weight toward the front. So the heels might feel quite light here. Hands back to the waist. Use that leg strength to help lift up. Breath in and breath out. Let's walk the feet in a little and turn to face the front. Right leg out, left leg behind. Interlace the fingers, shoulders back. Take your deep breath and then fold forward. We're going to come up about halfway. Keep the hands behind you. Shift the weight into that right foot. And then we're going to lift up. So, just as much as you feel comfortable. If you don't feel really steady, just lift a little. Right? Just see how it is. You want to keep a lot of strength in that standing leg. You might have a slight bend in the knee. If you feel nervous with the hands behind, try not to. Or bring them out to the side. Right? You can always let go of the hands. It's really just like a thing, right? It's a feeling like it's, oh, my hands. But see how it is. Try not to think too much about it. Right? And then set the foot back down. Back foot meets the front. With balance, a lot of times, we get so in our head with our expectations of what it'll be like or what it has been, that we kind of defeat ourselves before we even start. So sometimes just try. Just try to have, a new expectation and not worry about it so much. It's just balance. Arms high. And then fold forward. Inhale, flat back. I'm facing the wrong way, so I'm going to turn around. And then stepping back with the right, press down, both feet. We're rising up. Warrior one. Moving to warrior two. Relax the shoulders, steady gaze. Flip that left hand. We're lifting it up. And then bring the left arm down. We can rest it here or extend the hand down. Pulling right shoulder back, right arm lifts. Back up. And then hands by your side, straighten the knee, turn the foot. So another fold here, but let's bring the hands behind. You can interlace the fingers. You could grab wrists, maybe walk the hands up to whatever you can reach. Forearms, maybe elbows. Take a deep breath. Fold forward. Rising up. Take a breath. Release the hands. We're going to bring them up over the head. Maybe interlace the fingers. Flip the palms. And hands down by your side. Take a breath. Walk the feet in. So we're, shoulder width, I guess, thereabouts. Hands together. Take a deep breath. Bend the knees and lower down. Try to be as upright as possible. We're going to work towards getting the elbows in between the knees. But, you do you with this. If that is not going to work, then it's not going to work. So figure out what will work. And then back up. Didn't think I was going to get there, right? I wasn't sure either. This knee's a little off today. So, right, if you are all the way down, you can't get back up, use your hands. That's fine. If you're halfway, right, if you're here, that's fine. We're trying to stretch through these hip flexors. Sometimes they're very tight and they aren't going to stretch that much. If you're here, don't feel like you're not getting any effort. You are stretching, but you're also really building a lot of leg strength. It takes a lot of effort to stay halfway. So keep going with that. You're going to have nice, strong legs at the end of it all, which is a good thing. And then we're facing the front again. This time, left leg is out. Interlace the fingers, shoulders back. Deep breath and fold. Rising up about halfway, shift the weight into this left side, and then we will experiment lifting. Again, maybe it's just a small lift. Maybe you need to set back down and try again. That's fine. Whatever works for you today. Just taking a chance on your balance. And then When you've had enough with that, step the back foot up. We're going to rise up, arms overhead. Back to mountain. Breath in, breath out. And let's come down to a seat. Soles of the feet together. Knees apart, take a deep breath. Fold forward. Again, just as always, we're hinging from the hips. Trying to keep a nice flat back as we lower. Some days you're not going to feel like you're getting very far at all, right? Some days things are tight. Something is not as it should be or as it was the last time you did it. It's all right. We are working to our capacity, right? And that's all we try for, right? In everything. Everything in your life. You want to work to your capacity for the day. Doesn't mean, right? Let's not compare one day to the other. Some days we're going to be very productive. Some days we're going to barely get anything done. But if you have done what you feel is appropriate for you based on your energy level, the time you have, the body you have that day, then you should go to bed feeling good. One more fold. And then back up. Both legs out in front. Arms lift and then fold forward. Back up. Let's point and flex the feet. Rotate. One way and the other. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm behind you. Sit up tall, take a deep breath. Turn the shoulders. Back to center, switching sides. Inhale, exhale, twist. Back to center. Bend your knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Lowering down or rocking back. Take a few breaths. And feel comfortable resting on the mat. Let's bring the right leg in. We're going to hug it in close to the body. Left leg extends. Lowering the right knee out to the side. And then bring that knee to center, and then all the way across the body, rolling up on the left hip. Trying to keep the shoulders on the mat. If that right shoulder comes up a little, that's okay, because it can be hard to keep both of them on the mat. Back to center, extend, and let's switch legs. So left leg comes in close. Lowering out to the side. Back to center. Coming across the body with the leg. Breathe. And then back to center. Extend both legs. Relax and breathe. We're going to do supported bridge here. So got a block. Get a hold of it. If you want to do regular bridge, that's fine too. Bringing the heels back close to the body. Lifting up. Find a place for the block. Or if you're not using a block, just holding yourself up. And breathe. If you feel like it, you could bring the knees in. See how that works. Sometimes when you do this, you'll find that the block doesn't feel great, so you might need to adjust it. That's fine. Maybe extend the legs. And then bring the feet back down. Lift up. Remove the block. We're going to rest. Back on the mat, soles of the feet together, knees apart. You could bring the hands up over the head. That feels good. If not, you could bring them down onto the belly. And just feel that rise and fall with the breath. From here, let's move into Shavasana. So you can stay just as you are, or you could extend the legs. Get comfortable. Find that peaceful place inside, holding that awareness, but just a gentle awareness. Nothing intense, nothing requiring a lot of concentration, just peaceful, gentle awareness. So I found in these days when it gets dark so early and um, it's cold, I'm ready for bed. By the time the sun goes down, I'm thinking I could just go to bed. Now, of course, there's lots of things to do. There's dinner to be made and TV to be watched and people to be talked to and all of that. But um, I'm going to do it pretty soon. I am just going to pick a day and do it. So if you feel that way, if you feel like when it gets dark, it's about time for bed, um, give yourself permission to do that. Enjoy these long nights. Build up some sleep. Um, we are so busy in the other months, in the spring, right? In the summer, there's a lot to do. Days are long. A lot of times we would be out working on things and it'd be 8 o'clock before we'd even start thinking, oh my gosh, I guess we ought to make dinner or something. And it would still be late. Um, so working with the sun instead of against the sun. Um, Winter is a time of rest. It's a time of hibernation, right? It's a time of recharging and everything in nature, right? Animals hibernate, trees, plants go dormant. Everyone is resting and recuperating from a busy spring and summer and fall, actually. So give yourself permission to move with the seasons. If you're feeling a little extra tired, you want an extra sleep, go to bed early, do it. Um, Enjoy this time for what it is, what it offers. Every season, even the dark, cold seasons, offer something to us. Um, we just have to see, right? See the beauty, see the opportunity in what we're given. So moving a little, maybe coming back to awareness, everyday awareness. And then come on up to a seat. Bringing hands together, breath in and out. Thank you for coming to your mat today and for sharing yoga with me. I hope you have a really good Friday. And if I don't see you, a great weekend. Namaste. Great. Thank you for that. Okay, let's do that 5 minutes of meditation. We've got to. Oh, before we do that, though, let me remind you, if you'd like a Christmas card, I'm getting ready to do them. I really am going to do them. Just email me your address. If I don't have it, I may have it, but if you're not sure, you should send it to me. And then, I will get one sent out to you. Okay, I can't guarantee it'll get there by Christmas because the mail is just crazy, as you probably know. But we'll give it our best shot. All right, so sitting comfortably, relaxed, eyes closed, just spontaneous, normal breathing, not doing anything to control that, just letting it be what it is today. Okay, we're back. Hopefully that passed peacefully. Sometimes it's tougher than others to stay there, but we give it a shot every time, no matter what. All right. Well, enjoy your day. Stay warm. It's cold out there. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a great weekend. And a happy solstice. And yeah.